Belt movement disagrees with criticisms of Peter Obi, calls for electoral reform. Good day, my people. Welcome once again to the news channel. This is Afri's Concept TV, where you get the latest and the hottest news. On the headlines of today, we see that a Middle Belt movement has disagreed with the criticisms of Peter Obi and has rather called for electoral reforms. That is the headline. Let's listen to the news in full. The Middle Belt Movement for Restoration and Development has expressed disagreement with criticisms from some group in the Middle Belt region against Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate. The movement argues that the criticisms are unfounded and attempts to stifle transparency and accountability in the electoral process. The movement calls for a re-evaluation of the gag order imposed on Peter Obi, urging all stakeholders to prioritize transparency, accountability, and respect for democratic principles in electoral processes. They also commend Peter Obi's efforts in reviving Nigeria's leadership roles in foreign affairs, particularly in Africa. The movement leaders, including Chief Peter Ame Yakubu, Mr. Abba Eleigu Lewis, Mr. Bulus H. Manzo, Abubakar Ibrahim Idoko, and Emmanuel Idakwo, signed the statement. The Middle Belt Movement stance highlights the ongoing debate and concerns surrounding Nigeria's electoral process and the need for reform to ensure credible and fair elections. And yes, my people, that is the news. The Middle Belt region, who are solidly behind Peter Obi, have raised a disagreement with the criticisms from some groups in the Middle Belt that are against Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate. And the movement has argued that the criticisms are unfounded and attempt to stifle transparency and accountability in the electoral process. The movement also called for a re-evaluation of the gag order imposed on Peter Obi, urging that all stakeholders have to prioritize transparency, accountability, and respect for democratic principles in electoral processes. They also commended Peter Obi's efforts in reviving Nigeria's leadership roles in foreign affairs, particularly in Africa, and this included a number of persons who came together to sign this statement, and they've also spoken about the electoral system and the importance of making it fair. They also talked about a need for a reform of the electoral process, of Nigeria's electoral process, to ensure credible and fair elections. It is important and imperative that all of these things are put in place. As we can see here, that the Nigeria's electoral process and need for reform to ensure credible and fair elections. And my people, that is the news for today. Don't forget to like this video, comment under this video, and also subscribe to this channel to get more news from this channel.